There is a strong possibility. In fact, I'm going to say this. It's 90% certain that we will not be playing Champions League football next season. Either Europa League, Conference League, or no Europe at all. And to be perfectly honest with you, the way we've been acting, the way we've been performing this season, do we deserve Champions League football for next season? No. Do we even deserve Europa League football for next season? No. Do we even deserve Conference League for next season? I don't know. I don't know, because from managers, from board to manager to players, it's been a shambles. It's been a shambles. Let's be real. Obviously, situations that's happened that's not in our control. Rest in peace to Diogo Jota and Andre Silva. But also, things that has happened has been in our control, and we absolutely messed it up, in my opinion. Obviously, the transfers, we was happy with the transfers, but obviously the squad planning could have been a lot better. And in January, we could have adjusted the areas that we didn't address in the summer. We didn't do that. And then on to the manager, obviously style of football, sending his message across the players. The players are not taking on instructions. Structure of the defensive shape, relying on individual brilliance, poor substitutions throughout the season. Like you can't look past it. That's on the manager. And then onto the players, lack of mentality, lack of leadership, lack of quality, lack of finishing, lack of defensive mind, lack of invention. What else do you want to say? If you have a mixture of inconsistent players, with great players that are past their best, is a recipe for disaster. And that's exactly what happened this season. If I take you through the stats, because I'm going to bring it up my phone. Obviously, let's start off with this. Throughout this season, yes, someone put it up still. Someone put it on X, so I might need to bring this up still. Bear with me for a second. But yeah, records slot has broken at Liverpool. Shout out John O'Sullivan for this one. Worst run of any Liverpool manager in 71 years. First Liverpool manager with 5 straight domestic cup defeats since 1953. First time 3 consecutive league losses by 3+ goals since 1965. Champions. We came into the season trying to defend our league title. This will definitely go down as one of the worst title defenses in recent memory, 100%. Most 90-minute winners conceded in the Premier League season, with still 3 months left with 4. Worst 20-game stretch than Roy Hodgson, who was sacked in January 2011. First Liverpool manager to lose 19 games in a calendar year, on track for worst Premier League title defence in Premier League history. Arne Slot, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just him though. The players have to take responsibility. The board definitely set him up to fail in January, in my opinion. But they did back him over the summer. But he hasn't been doing the best with what he has been given. Game man management questionable. Where would we be if it wasn't for the 5 games in a row wins, with most of them being late winners? Where would we be? I can't even imagine. God forbid where we'll be in the table if it wasn't for their matches. Because we can go below Brentford on Wednesday night, because we will lose against Sunderland. Don't know if Brentford win, but we will 100% lose that game. So because of that, we could be 7th. 2 points above Everton. Terrible season. We have less wins this season than Manchester United and Chelsea, who changed their managers mid-season. We have less wins than Brentford, who hired a set-piece coach to replace Thomas Frank as their first-team manager. First-team coach. Embarrassing. What else? Unwanted records. Liverpool have less points after 25 games of this Premier League season than Manchester United had after 25 Premier League games under David Moyes. 4 points more than Liverpool had after 25 games in the season Roy Hodgson was sacked. Breaking records for all the wrong reasons. We're going to be talking about Mark Gay like he was King Von. Because 4 times he has beaten us. 4 times he's been on sides that smoked us. Man City once, and the 3 times with Crystal Palace. He is definitely the King Von when it comes to Liverpool. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Yeah, man. Obviously, 9 of their last 12 matches, 9 losses in 12. Worst run of form since November 1953 to January 1954. Shambles of the season. Absolute shambles of the season. Tactically setting up the team wrong as well. Obviously, the midfield have to take some responsibility, because the midfield, the discipline-wise, they lack discipline, especially positioning. McAllister, he's going around, he's running around in different positions, not keeping his positioning in check. Gravenberch, the exact same. No defensive nous. Going forward, he's scared to shoot. Like let's be real. Some of these players need to hold some serious smoke, man. Because they're not bad players, but this season, some of them has been put up an absolute stink of the season, absolute stinks of the season, or some of them put up inconsistent seasons. Salah, one of our greatest ever players, but Father Time might actually be here for him still. Same with Virgil van Dijk as well. But it's only human. They're 34 years of age. Time was always going to catch up with them. I didn't think it would be this season, but yeah, man, they're only human at the end of the day. Alisson as well, lost his head. I don't even want to talk about the game against Manchester City. I don't even want to talk about the game, to be honest. I just want to put everything into perspective. Like, take whatever happened this season and try to roll it into how big the issue is for the future. Because I feel like with this manager, I don't think we'll be back quickly. With the manager and with the board members, I don't think we'll be back quicker than what people think. I think it's going to take a while. I can't see them. I can't see them getting rid of Arne Slot, and I can't see. I know they got 1 year left on their contracts, but I'm saying that in terms of them leaving, I think they'll be here next season. I think Arne Slot will be here. I think Edwards and Richard Hughes will be here for the 2026-27 season. The season after, that's when I think they'll all go. But next season, they'll probably be here, which is a recipe for disaster because they can send the team at least 7-8 years back. Recruitment, style of play, decision making, like all sorts. The future's looking a bit questionable, to be honest. I'll be honest, it's looking a bit questionable. We will be back. I just don't know when. Because I can't see us getting Champions League football. I can't see it. We're not playing well enough. We're not consistent. We concede goals for fun. What more can I say? When the going gets tough, senior players are hiding. They're not stepping up. Szoboszlai, I feel sorry for you, man. Szoboszlai, I feel sorry for you. Simple as that. He's done everything in his power to make sure this team competes, and everyone's letting him down. Everyone. He can hold his head up high. Ekatike can hold his head up high as well, but obviously the Man City game wasn't one of his finest hours. In terms of, I already, like, every single video, I talk about the style of play, I talk about, like, discipline, I talk about, like, substitutions and stuff, so it sounds like a broken record. I'm just trying to say something different, and I feel like it's definitely dark right now. We're 4 points behind Chelsea, 5 points behind Manchester United. Yeah, top 4, the Champions League is a mission. Like, people haven't given up, fair enough, but it's a mission. I'll be honest, it's a mission. It is what it is. In terms of, obviously, we've got the FA Cup and Champions League to fight for, but if we talk about the league specifically, fries. Immediately fries. What more can I say? I sound deflated. I sound defeated because after that Manchester City game, I was lost for words. I didn't know what to say. I didn't even want to speak. I didn't want to speak because it's like so many emotions going through my head, so many thoughts. It's like it's best not to speak. So it took me 24 hours to piece together my thoughts. And my thoughts is that I don't know when we'll be back. I don't know what the future is. I'm slightly worried for the future. This season's a write-off. Some of these players let us down badly. The manager, badly. The board, badly. Like I said it, 35 manager, board, 30% the players. I think that's fair. Obviously, forever grateful for number 20. You understand? That doesn't make them bad people. It doesn't make them bad managers. It doesn't make them bad board members. But in a situation when it's challenging, I think we've seen their true colours. They don't know how to deal with adversity. They don't know how to come out of adversity. You feel me? And the fact that this adversity has been going on throughout the entire season, it's hard to ignore. It's hard to ignore, you know? But yeah, man, that's just how I feel right now in terms of the whole situation. Are we going to attract the players in the summer transfer window? I believe we've got Paul. We're still one of the biggest clubs in the world. I believe we've got Paul, so I still believe we'll attract at least 80 to 90% of our targets, in my opinion, if we really want them. So I'm not really too worried about that. But I'm worried about the plans that Slot will have to them. I'm worried about the style of play. I'm worried about the type of players that we're going to go for. Because I don't know if we're going to be in Europe. I'll be so honest. But whatever competition we end up, the table don't lie. It's either we deserve it or we don't. But I feel like we don't deserve to play European football next season than we do. We've had a shambles of the season. It's been embarrassing to say the least. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Am I being too harsh? Am I being too negative? Or I'm just saying it how it is, which I believe I am. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Without any further ado, I'm out. Peace. Later, you lot.